Hey there, class. Okay, we start again. Hey there. Hey there, class. How you doing? For this assignment, we are going to get started thinking about oral history for our larger oral history project. I would like you to read the first two. The first two readings are going to be from the Oral History Reader, and I'd like you to read chapter 1 and read the introduction, and this will give us a little bit of a foundation for thinking about oral history so that we can start talking about it in class. I would also like you to watch the first two acts of When the Levees Broke, a Requiem in 4 acts. Now, this, I just got a text message. This documentary on oral history is incredibly moving and quite emotional, but also quite useful for us when thinking about how to structure oral histories and how to incorporate a variety of different texts into the narrative that we are going to be creating. And just to give you an idea, here's a few frames from the trailer.
I was outraged with the slow response of the federal government.
This was an act of nature, but the flood was a man-made disaster.
Whoever's responsible, I hope that they can sleep at night.
In your responses, I'd like you to address both your response to the movie itself, but also talk about it in terms of its oral history-ness, for lack of a better word. What about this is making this an oral history? I'd also like you to think about how Spike Lee is using various kinds of texts in this. You know, how is he using evidence in his presentation to relay the ideas that he's doing? And also, you know, what is the main idea that Spike Lee is trying to get across with this oral history project, at least in the first 2 acts that we've been seeing. You might talk about the different stages from one to the next, how this is a requiem, what it means to be a requiem, what the acts are doing, how he's using text and taught and the different parts of it. I got another text message. How he's doing all this stuff to try to make his own point. And then, you know, you might also want to think about how you could use some of the techniques even in your YouTube videos that you're putting out. So please make this response about 3 to 5 minutes, upload it to your YouTube channel, and share it with the class. Make it private, but share it with the class, and we will talk about these in class on Monday. Have a great weekend, and if you have any questions, shoot me an email. Okay, later.